Today we're in Osaka, Japan, and we're staying in the absolute cheapest 5-star hotel they have, where it literally gives you the best time you could ever imagine. But why is it so cheap? There has to be a reason, so we'll find that out by staying in the cheapest room in the hotel for the next 24 hours. I sure hope the hotel is good, and let's go right now. Because as soon as I hop on one of the fastest trains and arrive at the hotel, it literally looks so good I could not believe this was the cheapest hotel. As they had their own 24-hour convenience store, you won't believe how great the food is. All the seats for you to sit while letting you know where to go in Osaka, Japan, and checking in and out of the hotel can literally be done with the machine without having to talk to anyone. But the deeper you go, you start to realize not only that they have a massive public bath covering an entire floor, but also the most high-tech laundry room you've ever seen, where all the machines can literally be controlled by a tablet, and a luxury buffet located at the top of the hotel, which if you're afraid of heights, I feel your pain. But you will see a lot of indoor smoking rooms just like this one all over Japan, because here you can only smoke outdoors or in dedicated smoking rooms. You sure this is the cheapest hotel? It looks pretty good so far. Maybe something crazy will happen at the end. And for that you have to keep watching to find out, because we still got some time before we check in. But since we're finally in Japan, a place where they literally got Pikachu vending machines, you totally get a boot. And whatever this thing is, but we gotta be fair, why don't I show you some of the coolest places over here, because just a few steps away, you will find the only hotel in the world that is literally run by robot dinosaurs. They even move around every once in a while as if they're trying to convince you they're real. And the weirdest vending machine that literally makes orange juice right in front of you, and it's also kind of expensive. So leave a comment if you want to see a video for this hotel. Next we're going to this one, and for that I want to welcome you to one of the most beautiful castles in all of Japan, the Kishiwada Castle. It may not look that old, but it was actually built more than 600 years ago. However, the majority of it was rebuilt later because the original one got burned down by lightning. But before you enter the castle, you'll see a sign reminding you not to bring your pets in, and also another sign saying not to throw your cats away. I mean, just look at that face, why would you throw them away? After going through a massive castle gate, we arrived at the castle, and the most famous thing about this place was totally their traditional Japanese garden, as it was designed in a way that whatever direction you watch it from, even from the sky, it will always be as beautiful. And it was covered with flowers just like this one, which I'm sure takes a lot of effort to care for. As for the actual castle, it now became a museum, but it took $2 to enter, and it didn't look like there was anyone there, so maybe next time. But the castle actually had their own restaurant and a coffee shop where you get to eat the most delicious Japanese cuisine while surrounded by this beautiful place that I can only describe as heaven on earth. Even their bathroom looked like another castle. Many young kids use this place to film dancing videos for their social media, so if you saw one of those videos, now you know it was this castle all along. I bet that was one of the coolest places you've ever seen. And just imagine, in Japan there are hundreds and not thousands of castles just like that one. It would take forever just to see all of it. And the final place we're checking out before going back to the hotel was one of the oldest shrines in the town, as it was built way more than 600 years ago, and many people come here all the time to have traditional Japanese weddings, as well as praying for many kinds of stuff like good health and being able to go to a good university. And it looks like they're taking great care of their pigeons too, as they're not afraid of humans. And in the corner you will find another smaller shrine, which you could pray to Inari-san for a successful business or many other things. But what really caught my attention was this vending machine inside the shrine. Yes, it's pretty common in Japan. Although there were to be a vending machine inside your local church, I believe you would probably be pretty confused. But what's even better was that the machine promised to donate money to save the forest each time you buy something. So let's buy a little drink. Which one do you want? Tell me in the comments. But none of those buttons are working except for this one right here, which I guess is some sort of sports drink. But at least we help protect the forest, right? Overall, this place is awesome, and I hope you can visit too. I'm kind of surprised how walkable the place is. You can literally walk to anywhere you want. Also probably the most quiet country I've ever been to. Like in most countries, you need something to remove the background noise, and here you don't need any of that. But now it's finally time to check out the cheapest room inside the cheapest hotel. And the first thing you'll notice would be the size of the room, because for a single room, it was way bigger than I thought. And since we're in Japan, they want you to take up your shoes before entering, but they have slippers ready for you, and different slippers, and even way more slippers if you're an octopus or something. So I literally just turned around and found it. I think it's one of the things that you use to help wear your shoe, but I've never seen one this long. And what's great about it is that you can literally stick it to the wall just like this. Pretty cool, I guess. But what's even cooler was the bed, as it was soft and bouncy, and I even checked under the mattress to see if it was clean clean, and it was perfect. The pillow had a lot of tiny airplanes on it, and you got so many of them that you can probably do a pillow fight if you want. And you have a hidden light inside the headboard of the bed if you want your room to be spooky. And the TV was about the size you would expect, maybe a little bigger. And all the towels were put inside a nice little basket. And you got a cabinet with cute Japanese teacups, also with airplanes. What's up with this hotel and the airplanes? Maybe it's supposed to be a meme, but the drawers were surprisingly empty. Usually there's like a Bible or a menu for room service. Maybe you need some towels. Okay, now it's stuck, but perhaps there's something inside the fridge. Oh, it's also empty. What were you expecting? We're literally in the cheapest hotel. But at least the view outside the windows was kinda nice, and you can even open it a little if you wanted some fresh air. But once open, it's kinda hard to close it again, so let's promise to never use it again. And the room was totally big enough for you to do some jumping jacks and even yoga practice. But the craziest thing happened in the bathroom. At the moment you open the door, you will be greeted by this high-tech Japanese toilet with all the buttons you can push. I'm sure they do something, and pretty much all the stuff you expect in the hotel bathroom. You can even take a bath if you want, which is pretty important in Japan. But then something unexpected happened when I picked up one of those cups. So I just realized they gave you a lot of cup without giving you any water at all. Maybe the tap water is safe enough to drink, who knows? Let's find out right now. Okay, it's probably okay to drink, I'm not so sure. Later, I found out that was actually the case, and some hotels even told you it's okay to drink it, as Japan has one of the cleanest tap waters in the world. But we always need to check if the room we're staying in is clean enough, and I can say everything is so clean, and I'm really impressed. As for the breakfast at the hotel, this was where things started to go wrong, as the bed was too comfortable. I actually overslept and missed the breakfast by only a few minutes. Where are we gonna find breakfast now? But since the hotel was literally next to a massive shopping district with all the delicious food you could possibly imagine, that wasn't a problem at all. I mean, just look at this random onigiri and this cream puff I found. They tasted so good, I'm almost happy I missed the hotel breakfast. The hotel also had an all-you-can-eat buffet dinner that cost about 15 bucks, but you can also get food from the local supermarket for just a few bucks. So what do you think about the cheapest 5-star hotel in Japan? I gotta say, it's surprisingly good. And for the breakfast, they let you eat all the way from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., which I never seen it anywhere before. The location is also pretty good and is surrounded by shopping malls and one of the most beautiful oceans in Japan, which you probably can't see right now because the weather is kind of bad. But this is totally proof that just because the hotel is cheap doesn't mean it's bad. My favorite things about this hotel were totally how easy it was to check in and out of the hotel, and the huge amusement park literally right next to it. Sadly, we don't have time for it in this video, but it was totally awesome. But overall, I think even if you're far away from Japan, it's totally worth coming here and seeing all the stuff that you won't see anywhere else, like this Naruto theme park. But next, I'm staying in the cheapest 5-star hotel in Malaysia, and you can click on the video right now.